Ciao a tutti, hello everyone, and welcome to Florence University of the Arts, the American University of Florence. We are excited to have you here, and we are going to show you a small video, a tour through all our campus, as well as sharing with you the academic programs and the student service that we do offer. Make sure to check out the Q&A section at the end of the video, in which we will be able to answer all your questions you might have, as well as interact with our staff, faculty, and some of our current students. Enjoy, guys!
Ciao a tutti, hi everyone, and welcome to Florence, Italy, and welcome to Florence University of the Arts, the American University of Florence. My name is Mattia Delle Piane. I'm the Alumni Association and Career Center Coordinator here within our institution, and I will be in charge to guide you through this tour around our institution, visiting all the facility and understanding our academic program. We have 9 schools and 7 locations, all spread through the city center of Florence. That's why we always say that our campus is the city of Florence. Right now I am in the pink room. This is a typical classroom at FUA, which is a Roman-style classroom that allowed professors to walk over the class and better interact with the students. Before starting with our tour together with my colleagues, I would like to state the mission of our institution. Florence University of the Arts, the American University of Florence, was founded to promote and renew creative discipline in a city renowned for its history-changing innovation, Firenze. We do offer academic programs that will challenge our students, challenge themselves, understanding the principle of the past and how they are connected to nowadays context. Our students will be transforming the learning, the knowledge, the cultural experience into instruments that will shape tomorrow's future. Our students will contribute to the local culture with findings, knowledge, research, papers, and creation developed over the course of study. We're at our CEMI. CEMI means Community Engagement Member Institution. Those are professional divisions in which students not only learn by doing, so they learn in class and they put in practice what they're doing, but they also get in touch with the community. One of our CEMI is Ganzo. Ganzo is our school restaurant. It's a proper restaurant open to the public of Florence, so not only to faculties, staff and students, but also to the community. In this place, students from front of the house and back of the house and wine studies, they put in practice themselves, they challenge themselves, and they get in touch with the community, understanding the need of the customer and of the public. I will now pass the word to my colleague Alice Cini from the admission office, who will talk about our academic programs, in particular about the possibility of doing a gap year within our institution. Ciao Alice.
Hello everyone, and welcome to FUA-AUF and to our wonderful library here in Florence. I'm here today to speak to you about our program offerings, and I will speak to you today about, first of all, our gap year, bridge year, and career break programs, our Bachelor of Arts for 4 years, our career certificate programs, and our pre-college programs. For now, I'm going to start with the gap year and bridge year programs. These are programs that you can really take advantage of no matter where you are in your career. It really depends on what you're looking for, but if you're looking for an experience abroad that you can take back to a different institution with US credit and then continue from there, this is the type of program for you. In particular, you can do this if you are a high school graduate, a college student, or in fact, a professional looking for a change in your career. You can take advantage of our programs at any time in the school year, even in the summer, and you can take anything from a course in 3 weeks up to 2 years. I'm going to come back for our other programs after our colleague Mattia and our next segment. Thank you.
Grazie mille Alice, thank you very much. Okay, we are back here in the pink room, and if you have any question coming up to your mind, just write it down and wait till the end. At the end of this virtual tour, we will have a Q&A section and we will be able to answer all the questions you might have. Now I will pass you over to Marcella Pollonia from our Student Life and Development Department. Okay, she will be talking about extracurricular activities, the assistance that we give to our students, and the housing option as well. Please, Marcella.
Hello, my name is Marcella and I am an advisor in our Student Life and Development Office here at FUA-AUF. SLD's aim is to support and nurture all of our students through their personal experiences with community engagement and cultural integration. Here I am in one of our beautiful common spaces. There are common spaces on all of our different buildings on our different campuses throughout Florence. A little bit more about what SLD does. We are available and present at every single building on campus. Anything you need, you can find one of us in our red t-shirts. Our services actually begin even before you arrive here in Florence with pre-departure counseling, as well as when you arrive here with airport pickup, housing check-ins, and in-depth on-campus orientation. So resources that we provide while you are studying here with us are medical assistance, emergency assistance, housing assistance, and most importantly, extracurriculars. Mental health is also a very important subject for us here. So we have a full-time on-site counselor who will be happy to see you for anything that you need. So right now, I want to show you one of our apartments. Right now, I am standing in our lovely common space. You can see we have couches. Here we have a new state-of-the-art kitchen facility. Everything is fully furnished. So every apartment here, not just the ones on campus, come with all the utilities. Everything is fully functional. And all you need to do is fill your fridge with food and you are ready to go. As you can see, all of our apartments are fully furnished with artwork as well. Here we have examples of former students who have put up their artwork here. And you'll notice that all of the rooms in this building are named after pizzas. Okay, so here we are at a room named Marinara. Let's take a look inside. So this is one of our multiple occupancy choices. As you can see, all of our beds come with sheets, pillows, everything you may need in the colder seasons with duvets. Each student has their own study space as well. There's lots of space to put all your belongings and clothes. Here is our bathroom as well. It has everything that you could need. It comes with a shower and a wonderful sink and great lighting. Here we also have, if you didn't see, our workspace and internet connection site. We have state-of-the-art computers. Even if you have your laptops as well, these are here for you to use. So as you can see, we are located right in the center of Florence, just 2 feet away from the Duomo. You can't ask for anything better than this. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for your time. I'd just like to remind you that our services at the Student Life Department don't just finish after you've completed your time here. Mattia, our alumni coordinator, will explain to you a little bit about what he does with career programming and helping you continue your studies onward. Thank you. Ciao. Hope to see you here in Firenze. Ciao, ciao.
Grazie mille Marcella, thank you very much, and thank you to our Student Life and Development Department. Now we are back here in Corso Tintori 21 and we will go back to Alice Cini in the library to talk about our 4 years bachelor program. Please, Alice.
Welcome back. Thank you, Mattia. I promised earlier that I would speak to you about our 4-year bachelor degree programs that you can earn at FUA-AUF, just as if you went to a university in the United States. We have a partnership with a top-ranked U.S. university, Fairfield University in Connecticut, which allows you to earn, like I said, a 4-year program by studying part of your time in Florence with us and completing part of your coursework directly through Fairfield. How does this work? You would take a number of your semesters, usually 6 or 7 in Florence with us, and then you can take the rest of the credit either on campus or online directly through Fairfield University. This bachelor's degree program is available in a number of fields, such as digital communication, e-publishing, visual communication, fine arts, art history, hospitality management, culinary arts, and enology. So, is this interesting to you? Get back in touch with the Q&A session after all of the segments. Right now, I'm going to pass the word back to my colleague Mattia for the next segment.
Thank you, Alice. Okay, here we are again, and now we are ready to go to visit, to do a tour of our School of Hospitality and Culinary Arts, Apicius. I will pass you over to our executive chef, Andrea Trapani. Please.
Welcome from Sant'Ambrogio. This is the foodie area of Firenze. This is where Ganzo is located. Right around here we have this wonderful, colorful foodie market. Wide selection of ingredients, all seasonal, all farmer products, which really matches with our menu development. Please follow me. Let's see Ganzo. Okay, and this is Ganzo. Ganzo is an Apicius CEMI, where is the school restaurant where the food and hospitality studies are put into practice. Ganzo is open to the local community. Now, please follow me. Let me introduce you to Lapo, restaurant manager and sommelier of Ganzo.
Ciao, I'm Lapo, and I'm a wine teacher in Apicius and also the front of the house manager of Ganzo School Restaurant. What it means? It means that we are giving the opportunity to the wine students and the hospitality students to do here in Ganzo the experiential learning, so that they can understand the management of food and beverage services. Not only Ganzo is one of the FUA Gallery Art to give the opportunity of integration in between the Florentine community and the students of the art exhibition classes. Chef, let's go to show them the kitchen.
Okay, we are in our back of the house, which is both a fully equipped restaurant kitchen as well as a classroom. This is where our students fully operate the operation. So they're serving a la carte services, menu operation, plating, all form of culinary arts. We have in this kitchen the most advanced technology, and we apply the most advanced technique. Okay, our students come from all over the world. Guys, let's say hi. Hello. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome here at the Tintori Garden. Now we will go back to Alice in the library to look more about the career programs at FUA-AUF. Please, Alice.
And welcome back again. So I want to talk to you now about our career certificate programs. These are programs that last 1 to 2 years. You can get a certificate at the end of each year to prove the coursework that you completed. And we have 4 major macro areas: communication and interactive digital media, fashion, merchandising and media, hospitality management, and food, wine, and wellness. Each of these core areas also offers 4 individual specializations that you can choose if you want to go into the second year. And you don't have to make this choice at the beginning. You can experience a little bit of the core work that you would find in each of the specializations during your first year. In particular, the Culinary Arts program also offers a 3rd year specialization that is available to qualify as a chef de partie. So think about it, and we'll come back after the next segment. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. I'm now in the terrace of Corso Tintori in front of our beautiful river, Arno, the river of Florence. Let's go more in depth now in the fashion school. I will pass you over to our professor Sandra Nannini, who will talk about the school. Please, Sandra.
Hello, I'm Sandra Nannini, and I'm a faculty member for Fashion and Business here at FAST, our Fashion and Accessory Studies and Technology, a division of FUA-AUF. Let me introduce to our campus. Our campus at FAST is quite unique, as we start out with our retail space. We're in fact inside FLY. FLY stands for Fashion Loves You, and it's a real retail store. We feature emerging designers, we feature student-made pieces, and a quite interesting vintage collection. It's not only a boutique and the entrance of our division for fashion, but it's also a creative laboratory. Engage with the local community and specialize in experiential learning. So our students learn academics in class and then have the possibility to actually learn even more and have an experiential learning here in our store. So designers would actually create collections and then are showcased showcased and sold in the store, but students in merchandising, marketing, or retail have the possibilities to manage the store, working on visual merchandising, pricing, choice of the garments, how to manage the stores. All the province of the stores are then dedicated to future fashion scholarships. Okay, let's go and discover how our campus is constructed. Follow me. I'm standing right in the middle of our campus at FAST. This is our courtyard. It's a sort of intersection, a central focal point between our laboratories, our classes. It's also a space that we utilize during our fashion events. We have about 4 throughout a semester. They can range from the presentation of a designer to a collaboration with the local community, and surely they host our fashion show at the end of the semester. So we would have a catwalk and our guests would be typically having an aperitivo here in our courtyard. Okay, why don't we go and visit the fashion leather lab. Now, our leather lab, leather, an exquisite tradition of our Tuscan region. Tuscany actually has some of the most famous tanneries. This is why our leather is so precious, and we're famous for this. And of course, here at FAST, we offer a number of courses in which we work leather for bags and for shoes. There is another strong tradition in Tuscany, which actually deals with straw, and we have a number of courses that explain and teach the students how to work and to create an exquisite product with the use of straw. So the laboratory also hosts a number of tools and equipment for this use. Also, students could be collaborating with our Fab Lab in Corso Tintori. That's another lab which has the particularity to work on a 3D dimension. I hope you enjoyed our virtual tour of FAST. Thank you for being with us. Ciao!
Thank you, Professor Sandra. And now we want to talk a little bit about a summer opportunity, the pre-college program. So we're going back to Alice Cini for this. Please, Alice.
Welcome back again for the final segment. I'm going to talk to you now about our pre-college program, which is aimed at high school students who want to gain college credit before heading on to their institution of choice. You can get college credit through our program by attending it either while you're still in high school over the summer or after you graduate high school before you head on to college. So this program is offered in either 3 weeks or a 4-week version. The 3-week version is spent in Florence under the supervision of our faculty, staff, and live-in resident assistants who are students who have either done this program before or are students who have studied with FUA before. The 4-week program actually starts in Rome. You would spend 1 week doing a travel course called Cultural Introduction to Italy, which takes you from Rome and its beautiful sites like the Colosseum to out-of-the-way places in the countryside, visiting wonderful Renaissance villas and gardens, all the way back to Florence, where you would start the rest of the 3-week program with your fellow students. This type of program with 4 weeks offers you the possibility to earn 9 academic college credits. So if you are interested for this, for you or any member of your family, I look forward to your questions during the Q&A session. Thank you so much.
Welcome back everyone in the pink room. I'm now here with some of our amazing students, faculties and staff. Now is the time for Q&A. So if you have any question, you can just write it down in the chat and our communication office will collect every question. In the meantime, while you think about the question, you write it down, I will introduce you some of our students. So I will call now Lilla here. Lilla Fargo, she's from Hungary and she's doing a career program in hospitality management. Please. So tell us a little bit why you choose to study at FUA-AUF and why in Florence.
So good afternoon everybody, or good evening. I'm Lilla Fargo from Budapest, Hungary, and when it came to the part to choose university, I was not sure yet which sector I would work for in the future, but what I was sure about that I want to experience and travel a lot. a friend of mine helped me in the choice because she recommended me FUA. Actually, in 2016, she was graduated in culinary arts. So that's where it all started, and I started to make some researches, and I found out a course about wine and enology, a one-year program, and actually it was one of the best years of my life because I learned a lot, I experienced a lot. Next to that, Florence has a lot to give. Every day is basically another adventure here. The size of the city is just perfect. You can achieve everything by 10 to 20 minutes of walk, even if you live a bit outside from the city center like I do. So I think it's just the perfect. So this was my base.
Great. So as you say, the experiential learning is a crucial part of the FUA-AUF academic experience. Can you describe its positive impact on your learning and on your future plans, of course?
So we have Fedora, which is the school cafeteria, and Ganzo, which is the school restaurant. Both of them is, I think, to spotlight of student life and the meeting point of FUA. And next to that it's a meeting point for us where we can all gather, sit for a coffee, do some homeworks, have some projects and everything. It's all operated by students just like me. So you can get a lot of experience from that, and even from the back of the house to the front of the house, you learn how to prepare basic food even to the master class, which we also have master class students as well, and also next to that you can learn cost control, you can train your palate, you can learn how to manage a restaurant. So everything that is included in these two buildings, I'm sure that I will be able to use in the future and in my future studies and future work experience, even if it will be in a luxury department or a future business set up by myself. I'm sure that I can use it for any kind of experience.
Great, thank you. All right, last question for you. If you have to describe FUA-AUF with 3 words, which one would you choose?
The first thing that came to my mind is international, because immediately when I stepped in, I was super surprised at how international it is. The second one is excellence, like we are using a really high standard, high equipment, all the teamwork is done really, really perfectly. We can learn from the best teachers, and yeah, that's why I would say like high standard, excellence, and innovation. Like everything is really innovative. I think all my project was done by the most innovative things, the tools, everything is really innovative.
All right, thank you very much,
Thank
Lila.
you.
We will see you back if they have some specific question for you.
Thank
I
you
will
very
call
much.
now Kinsey Hanson-Gerard from United States. She's currently doing a career program in food, wine and wellness study. Ciao.
Ciao.
Okay, so tell us why you choose FUA-AUF.
So I was originally going to culinary school back in the States. I come from the Napa Valley, where we have the CIA right next to us, and the more I involved myself in the culinary school, I came to realize that almost every culinary school around the world, the top rated ones, are teaching French style cooking, which wasn't the style I appreciate. And over lockdown, I started doing my research because I knew that I wasn't doing what I wanted, and I came across this school, and I liked it from almost the first second I read about it, and then the more I looked into it, the more I fell in love.
Great. So you're currently, as we say, enrolled in the career program in food studies. Yes. Tell us about what it's like to do like a 1 or 2 year program in a career format.
Okay, so the career format are 15-week semesters, and within those semesters you are studying intensively for about 2 to 3 weeks with one professor, and then you will have a week break, and then for each month you are intensively studying one course, and that is what you basically dedicate that whole month to. And it's a great way to kind of like surround yourself and really dive into a subject at a time and create your whole focus around it. I love it.
Great. So last question also for you. Describe FUA-AUF with 3 words.
I would say dedicated, resourceful, and compassionate. It's like a warm family here, but also you feel like you're constantly learning. Like everyone's here to support each other, which I love.
Even if we have to keep the distance, right?
Yes.
Okay, so fine. All right, thank
Support
you.
from afar.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Sinclair All from USA, and he's currently doing a career program in fashion design, merchandising, and media. So Sinclair, also for you, why did you choose to study at FUA-AUF, and why to Florence from the United States?
Yeah, so I got really frustrated with the US educational system. It's so expensive, and the value of just your life learning and the skills you want to develop to live the best life you can are just not valued there in the same way. And here, it's about day-to-day life and how you can live it to the best of your ability and not waste a second of your time doing something that you don't care about. Here, everything is valuable, and every day you're progressing yourself, and it's super, super powerful for me.
Thank you. And your studies are based on a visual identity and creativity. How does the city of Florence inspire and impact your chosen field?
Yeah, so it's incredible because you have stuff from centuries ago that still to this day hold their aesthetic value and are super important to the history of humanity and culture. And then you see the cutting edge of fashion walk right next to it. And it's just amazing to see. And there's almost nowhere else in the world that really has this much history and culture all coexisting at once. So it's amazing to be a part of that and just walk around every day and see something new and see something older than you can even imagine that's brand new to you. And it's super special.
Great. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So also for you, describe our institution with 3 words.
So I'd say it's authentic, it's inspiring, and it's valuable. Because the teacher-student relationship is also not the same as in the States, whereas your teacher's more of they have knowledge that you want to gain, but they're there to help you progress and to still be a person with you, and not like they know everything above you. So it's much more authentic that you're interacting with another person who knows more than you, but treats you as just another person who's here to learn every day. And it's just so valuable because it's not astronomically expensive to be here, even though it feels like it should be. Like it feels like it should pay more than any other school in the world. But I get the value, and it's unbelievable to me. I feel so lucky. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sinclair. We will get back to you in case we have some specific question about your department as well. So now we start with the questions, and so I would like to call here Cristiana Gallai, representing our student life department. And so Cristiana, we have one first question for you. How are roommates assigned?
Okay, thank you, Mattia. So our housing department is collaborating very closely with our admission office. So during the admission process, they take into consideration all of the rooming requests that the students might have, and they will honor them as much as possible on a first come, first served basis.
Okay, so and then is there a transfer process for the 2 and 4 year programs?
Yes, absolutely. So students interested in both our 2-year programs and 4-year programs can transfer credits that they have gained in another institution previously, or students interested, for example, in enrolling in a career program, they can also transfer credits from a professional experience. And our admission office will follow each case and will be able to assist the students to transfer the credits towards the program. In addition, students enroll in our 2 years program, they will be able to transfer to any of our 4-year programs, once in Florence as well.
Okay. We have another question that we just received by email, and it's what's Florence like currently considering the pandemic, and how does FUA-AUF respond to it?
Okay, that's a very good question. So as a Florentine, I would say that Florence is showing itself in its best shape. So it's a little less crowded, but it's definitely very enjoyable, and the students can take advantage of all of the different experiences while here. With the exception of bar, cafes and restaurants whose schedule has been slightly reduced, but they run regularly Monday to Sunday, our life so far hasn't been impacted dramatically by the global situation. Nevertheless, as an academic institution, FUA-AUF is monitoring both the global and the national situation, and we are following all government and regional mandating prescription and implementing them as necessary. Just to give you an example, all of our classes are running in person regularly, but since the beginning of the semester, we have reduced the capacity of our classroom to make sure that the students also follow the social distancing. So, as an academic institution, we make sure that we follow what are the rules and regulations of our government, and we also make sure that the safety of our students is our main focus and concern.
Okay, thank you very much. So clear. And one live question. Can I study for just one semester?
Yes, absolutely. So we have programs, we have short programs, study abroad programs of a semester base, and long-term programs. So the students who would like to come for a semester, they can definitely do that and enroll for a semester program and choose their courses during the admission process.
Okay, great. And how many courses they would typically do in a semester?
So typically students enroll in a semester between the 12 and the 15 credits. To be a full-time student, students are required to be enrolled in at least 12 credits.
Okay. Do we have any other question for Cristiana? Not so far. Okay, thank you, Cristiana.
You're welcome.
And I will call now Professor Sandra Nannini, representing our School of Business and the School of Fashion.
Thank you, Mattia.
Welcome.
Hello.
So first question, how many nationalities are in the student body on a regular semester?
I would say on a regular basis we have between 40 different nationalities among our students. Students arrive from United States, from Canada, Mexico, Brazil, coming a little bit more near us, from Europe, France, Hungary, but then also the Far East is represented, Korea, China, Japan, and so on.
Okay, thank you. Another question by email. That's difficult. Why fashion in Florence and not Milan?
Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but fashion was actually born in Florence, and it actually stole the scene from Paris, where fashion was dealing, and started out in Florence. And we still have today a number of exquisite designers that were born and are still here and still have their headquarters. So there is a number of reasons why to study fashion in Florence. Also, for those that are following the design path, they can be really inspired by just walking down the streets, looking up at what we have and what we are offering.
Okay. I read here another question that I can answer, but since you are a professor, you better do. What is the student-instructor ratio? Usually it's like 12 to 1, we say? Or
About between, I would say, 12 to 1. It really depends on the kind of course and on the semester, but that's pretty much what we find.
all right, thank you very much. Do you have
you,
any other
Mattia.
question for Sandra?
No.
All right, thank you very much. Please feel free to write any question you might have. I have another one here about extracurricular activities, if I can give some example, and I will talk a little bit about, because I had an experience at Student Life Department. For us at FUA, it's really important the engagement we have with the community, and therefore we propose a lot of extracurricular activities for our students in order to get to understand the Italian culture, but also the Florentine and the local community. We do offer city walks, a sports night every Tuesday on a regular semester, of course, and then also ChatPal, which is a language exchange program in order to meet with locals and regularly meet with them on a weekly basis and talk half an hour in English and half an hour in Italian. Also Italian Family Club and Community Outreach Program. We do join a lot of cultural and volunteer association around Florence, which usually accept our students to do some volunteer. I will now call Ms. Grace Joe from our communication department, since we have another question live.
So we just received this question: are there any master's degree programs at FUA? If so, what fields? So actually, we happen to be going through a curriculum review with our faculty senate for some master's degree programs. So they are not active just yet, but they're in the process of being approved, and so we hope in the next couple of years to be able to activate them. The areas will be subjects such as international education, fashion, business, as well as cultural studies, art history, fine arts, those areas, as well as digital media. And so these are programs that we're hoping to roll out in the very near future.
All right, thank you very much, Grace. We do have another question from the communication office.
Sorry?
What about the communications program?
What about the communication program?
Okay, so we have communication studies at different levels. For study abroad, let's say that an individual is interested in coming to Florence for a semester, for a more brief summer session, we have our School of Journalism, Communication and Publishing. And so you're able to sign up for single courses if you're looking for a briefer, shorter time period, a shorter program of study here in Florence. And you can do coursework in the areas of writing. Travel writing tends to be one of our very popular courses. And we also have courses that have to do with mass comm, social media, we also have courses that combine disciplines. So photojournalism is a great course that comes out of our photography department, but obviously has to do with communication studies. I would also highly recommend our career program that was mentioned before during the video, because we have areas such as digital media and communication. And then communication studies are also available at the 4-year level. And let's see, we have some other questions.
We have one question: when are we able to apply?
So what's great about our academic calendar is that we have 3 seasons: fall, spring, and summer. So depending on the type of program that you want to take, we actually take applications 3 times a year. There are some programs, such as some of our career programs, where it's usually a fall start. While some other career programs, such as the ones under our School of Hospitality, some of them are on a rolling basis as well.
And then, can you give more info about the fine arts at FUA?
Sure, we have a wonderful School of Fine Arts, which is under our School of Arts and Sciences, and so we have a range of courses, including painting and drawing. We also have courses that have to do with mixed media, such as ceramics. We have a beautiful space. One of our campus locations, Palazzo delle Arti, basically we have studio spaces for the fine arts. We have wonderful faculty members who have very diverse backgrounds, and they're all professional artists. And what's really neat is, for once the student gets to the advanced level, we also have individual studio spaces for students who are at, I would say, the upper level of coursework.
Another question: you mentioned accepting transfer credits from students. Do you accept credits from CLEP testing?
So what we would highly encourage is to send any of the documentation of previous testing, previous credits from high schools or colleges that you have attended to the past to our admissions team. That's admissions@fua.it. So we work with a range of different types of educational systems worldwide, and so what our admissions team does is to look at what system the credits are coming in from, or test scores, and then that way we can work on equivalence to see how they match up with our curriculum and our application requirements.
All right, thank you, Grace. I might call you in a bit. I
Sure.
just need Sandra again, as we have another question regarding fashion school. What are the advantages of studying FUA fashion department compared to a different school?
Okay, first of all, we have professors that have come from an academic background and path, but that are also involved or have been involved in enterprises. So when they teach, they can blend the academic contents with their personal experience. Another advantage of studying FUA, fashion at FUA, is that you can actually have a full and complete experiential learning in fashion at our CEMI, in our laboratory, which is a full fashion retail environment, opening the fashion department. So students would learn in class about fashion marketing and then have the possibility of actually applying what they learned in class in our store. Students manage the store, price the items, choose the designers that we showcase, and take a number of actually experiential learning responsible decisions.
Thank you very much. Let's see if we have more questions. We do have.
Here's a question. You can answer, Grace.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Grace.
So we just had a question about this video remaining available after this session ends, and I just happened to notice that it's from our friends and colleagues over at CNU. So hello, it's so good to see you all.
Oh,
Thanks for joining us tonight. Yes, absolutely. This link will remain available on YouTube after the session. So you're more than welcome to share it with any future students. Even if it's just to share with them campus views, what life is like in Florence, you're more than welcome to do so.
And also if you have, today we provide a huge amount of information, so you might have questions coming up in your mind the next day, so remember that we are always available to answer your question by writing to admissions@fua.it, and you can also schedule a Skype call with us if you feel like having a chat will help all your questions. Do we have other questions? Not so far. Anyone want to add something?
I just wanted to add on to what Mattia had just mentioned a few seconds ago. Yes, definitely get in touch with us. Our student life team as well as our admissions team especially are available for advising sessions. And so for any students, potential students, or families that also participated in tonight's call, if you would like to schedule an info advising session, get in touch with the admissions@fua.it email that was also dropped into the chat box, and we'd be more than happy to set up something for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I would like to say thank you for being with us and hope to see you soon here in Florence. Ciao ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti, hi everyone, and welcome to Florence, Italy, and welcome to Florence University of the Arts, the American University of Florence. My name is Mattia Delle Piane. I'm the Alumni Association and Career Center Coordinator here within our institution, and I will be in charge to guide you through this tour